Well, good morning and happy Mother's Day to everyone. Today of all days, we need extra hugs. So I thought we would start with some of that. Find yourself in a nice tall sitting position and we'll stretch the arms out, palms up, lift your heart, take that love in, and then crossing one arm over the other, contract and fold, stretching wide across the shoulder blades, bowing forward. And then rolling back up, do that again. We'll take the other arm next. We'll lift and open, elongating, and then crossing the other arm on top. Inhale, exhale, just find that chest fold, bow forward, stretching wide, giving yourself that hug. And then coming back up to tall, we'll open those arms out again and take our side stretch. Inhale, lifting one arm up, placing the hand on the floor and side, then up and over. Feeling that length through the waistline, reaching up and out of the hip. Hollow and contract, up and over on that diagonal, feeling that stretch through the low back, into the shoulders perhaps. We'll come back into our sideways position. Inhale and exhale. Bring yourself up. Let's try the other side. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, up and over, feeling that length through the waistline. Good. And then again, scooping and hollowing, feeling that stretch all the way through the diagonals of the back. Deep breath there. Coming back to our sideways position again. Inhale and exhale, coming up. We'll go ahead and move into a twist, bringing one leg over the other. See if you can get both sitting bones arranged on the floor. If you need to, you can extend one leg straight if that's easier for you. We'll take this knee in toward the opposite shoulder. Feel that lift up through the spine and then spiral twist as you're guiding and hugging that knee in. Take that stretch as you twist. Trying to work on breathing as you're spiraling. Good. And then we'll bring it back through center and twist the other direction. Hand on the arm on the inside of that knee and spiral the other direction. Good. And then we'll come back to center. If you can, line up both knees as best that you can, and then just hinge forward, feeling that stretch down into the hips. Good, and then we'll do all of that on the other side, switching out legs. Again, sitting nice and tall, both sitting bones on the floor, guiding that knee in toward the opposite shoulder, lifting up, and then spiral rotate. You can rest that hand on the floor as you pull that knee in toward your shoulder, lifting up and in with the abdominals as you twist a little deeper. Good, and then we'll come back to center and go the other way. Other arm on the inside, press and twist. Good, and then bring it back to center. Stack those knees as best you can, and then take that hinge forward. Send your breath down into those hips. Good, and then lengthening tall. Let's bring our legs around to the side. And we'll go ahead and roll all the way onto your back. So you can hold onto your legs, roll yourself onto your mat, hugging those knees into the chest. Again, feeling that length through the spine, easy through the neck and shoulders. Tailbone just reaching down toward the floor as you hug those thighs in. Now then taking our stirs, hands on top of the kneecaps there and just circling, massaging that low back a few times in one way and then reversing a few times the other way. Good. All right, we'll open our arms out to the side, palms up to the ceiling. Surrendering the arms into the floor, feeling that stretch already across the chest. And we'll take my favorite twist, knees over to the left and head rolls over to the right, sending those lovely exhales into the low back, outer hip, chest and shoulders easy. Good. On your next exhale, scoop the abs in, bring the pelvis back to center, your head rolls back. And we'll go the other way. Knees to the right, head to the left. Softening into the floor. Good, and again, exhale, scoop and gather, pelvis comes back to center. Taking the right knee into the chest, the left leg long now, feeling that length in the front of the left hip as you're folding the right thigh in. We'll open it up to that inner thigh stretch, just letting that right thigh open out to the side, keeping the left hip, pelvic half on the floor. Good, and again, scoop abdominals in, bring that thigh back across. Let's take it with the opposite hand on the outer knee and take that spiral twist yet again. Breathe into the hip, maybe getting a little deeper stretch into the low back. Feel that length opening up through the shoulder as well. Good, gather back to center, and now we'll organize into our hamstring stretches here. So long through both waistlines and then lengthening the right leg up. Feeling that initial stretch, sending those exhales whooshing down through the back of that leg. Great, let's flex and fold. Releasing, inhale, and then exhale, sending that flex foot, reaching up to the ceiling, engaging the calf stretch there. And then point through the foot, maybe get a little closer. And we'll do that again. Flex and fold, inhale. And then exhale, send that heel back up to the sky, reach, reach, reach. And then point through the foot. Good. Great, and then just lengthen that leg all the way down to the floor. Feeling that reach to the front of that right hip. Now we'll do the other side, folding the left knee into the chest. Breathing there, feeling like both thigh bones are reaching in opposite directions. Good, and then we'll turn that left thigh out, open it out to the side, maybe getting a little bit more inner thigh pelvic floor stretch. Gather those abdominals in, bring the leg back to midline, taking the right hand on the outside of that left knee into your spiral across the body again. Good. Again, bringing the pelvis back to center. Getting the waistlines evenly long. We'll extend that left leg and feel the hamstrings wake up. Good. And then again, flex and fold, bending the knee, hugging the leg in a little deeper. So you can keep that femur bone right where it is and then extend through the heel, reach through the lower leg, feel that stretch to the calf. And then point the foot, maybe getting a little closer. Good, we'll do that one more time. Flex and fold, reaching, folding it in. Inhale. And exhale, lengthen it up. Perhaps getting a little bit more range each time. Pointing the foot, gathering it a little bit closer. Send one more deep breath through that back of the leg. And then we'll reach that leg all the way back down to the floor. Once you surrender there, just wag your legs in and out a little bit, releasing through the hips. Easy does it. And then we'll bend the knees and place the feet on the mat in your parallel position there. You can just let your hands surrender, palms up at your sides, and easy through the neck and throat. We're going to move into our bridging. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, scoop the abs in and imprint that low spine into the mat, and then continue to peel up through the tailbone, through the sacrum, through that lower back, lifting and reaching up, hips in alignment with your knees and your shoulders, one long line here. Inhale at the top, and then slowly soften your throat, just sigh of relief, melting down, rolling through each vertebra one by one, rolling back down onto your mat, and unfurling into that easy resting position once again. We'll try this again. Inhale and exhale, feeling that chain of the spine, moving sequentially, feeling the strength and the support of the back of the legs. And that lift and reach opening through the fronts of the hips. We'll inhale here and exhale, rolling back down. Good. Keeping those thighs parallel. Be careful that they don't open to the sides. We'll try this again. Inhale and again, exhale, scoop and lift. Reaching those knees forward, up and over the feet. Good. Now then we're going to keep the pelvis suspended in space, keep it floating, and then reach through the fingertips and float the arms up to the sky, feeling wide across those shoulder blades here. And let's try for some circles here. So with the arms, reaching the arms up overhead and opening like you're making snow angels down and around, and then floating past the hips and back up to the ceiling. Again, reach, keeping those hips floating. And circle through the arms and up. One more time this direction, reach and touching all the space around you. Good. Let's reverse for 3. Reaching down past the hips, which are still floating. Arms circle wide, opening and up and again down and around. Feel all 10 toes still on the floor and again down. And up and around and up. Keep reaching your fingertips up to the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, let your sternum sink away from your fingertips. Retreating back to the floor through the spine. Woo, and then hug your knees into your chest. Get that stretch for the low back. Perhaps get a little length through each hamstring. And the hamstrings in both legs. There we go. All right, we're going to move into our coordination exercise from here. So finding our chest fold, right where the ribs funnel in underneath and connect. We inhale, exhale, fold, and peekaboo right through those thighs. Let's see if we can extend the legs and reach with those fingertips of feeling that space from ear to shoulder. Staying here, open the legs apart, inhale, and exhale, hands hovering off the floor. And one leg opens without teeter-tottering. So maybe it's a small range, that's okay. Gather it together again, other side. Open, inhale. Exhale, come back together. Bend the knees and rest your head back down. All right, we'll do that again. Inhale, exhale, chest fold. This time, coordinate everything extending, legs and arms reaching long. Good. Open and exhale, feeling your abdominal zipper zipping. One leg at a time. Inhale. And exhale, close. Still peering through the legs. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Bend the knees and rest the head back down. We'll try it 2 more sets. Exhale, curl up. You can lower your legs a little bit further away for more challenge. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Maintaining that scoop in the belly. One leg at a time. Inhale. And exhale. And other side, open. And close, bend the knees, and rest yourself down. One more time. And exhale, fold and reach. Inhale, open both. And close. And one leg, the other leg staying steady. And gather, other side, open. And close, bend the knees. And rest your head back down. Very nice. Place your hands down beside you on the floor. We're going to work those reverse curls. So you can press into the hands, into the arms, and pull the knees into the chest. Try to lift the hips up and then roll back down. Just a little rock. Scooping and lifting, and then work to control the descent so you don't just go kerplop. Back down on the floor. Exhale, scoop, and slowly roll down. And again, scoop, and roll down. And if you'd like to, we can scoop all the way into a plow position. You can support your hands behind your back and reach your toes toward the floor behind you. Try to feel the ease across the neck. Just taking a moment to stretch here. And then again, we'll slowly roll ourselves back down onto the floor. And once again, give yourself that well-deserved hug. Nice. Good. From here, nod your chin to chest, roll yourself up, and we'll move along into our rolling series. So again, finding that nice compact position, shoulders soft down away from the ears. We're going to inhale, rock back, and exhale, roll back up. Try to find that balance. And again, inhale, rock. And exhale, roll. Soft shoulders, inhale, rock. Right at that center line, that's it. And again, inhale, rock. And exhale, roll. Now, you can either place your feet on the floor and try to roll back down onto your mat very, very slowly, or here's a challenge. See if you can keep your rolling like a ball position. Maybe feel that pressure with your shins into the hands and try to slowly roll back onto your back without losing it completely. I'll try to be a good example of that. Oh, that's really tricky right about there. And then roll yourself all the way back down. Lengthen the legs again and take the arms up to the ceiling. We're going to move into roll-ups. If you need to do this with your legs slightly bent, that's perfectly great. Reach the arms up and overhead, feeling your corset of strength with you still. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, nod and scoop. Taking that smooth contraction. And here we are into that hairpin curve, folded at the waistline and reaching forward with the fingertips widening across the upper back. Inhale. Exhale, retreating, slowly melting right back down, just like you just practiced. Shoulders softening and rolling right back down to your center line. Arms reaching up overhead, feeling that vest of strength. Here we go. Inhale, the arms up. And exhale, scoop. Always working each time we do this on that sequential action. Finding that fold, reaching through the fingertips, upper back wide. Exhale, lowest abdominals retreat toward the mat. Shoulders melt like wax. Rolling back down, beautiful. And unwind. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale the arms up and exhale, fold. Using your smooth breathing, that's right. And bring yourself into that stretch. Filling those floating ribs as you inhale. Exhale, softening, the ribs hugging in. And rolling right back down. One last time. You get the best one yet. Inhale and exhale. Good. And from here, waddle those sitting bones a little bit wider apart. Take your forward fold over the legs. Take some deep breaths into the lower back and into the hamstrings. Maybe give yourself a little calf or foot or ankle massage here. Good. And then we'll roll up to a sitting position and move along into our spine stretch forward. We'll add our extension as we've been doing. Flex the feet. Feel your tall spine stack right up on top of that vertical pelvis. We inhale and then exhale, folding at the waistline, contract, diving forward, deflating all your air out. Inhale, inflate all your air back in. Exhale, let's bend our elbows into that goalpost position and inhale, sing with your sternum, lifting up to the ceiling. There you go. And then come back to center, arms long. Again, exhale, deflate. Curving over that waistline. Inhale, inflate, stacking up, working our breath capacity. Exhale, elbows bend. And lifting the heart, opening the chest, extending that upper back. And back to center one more time. And exhale. As far as you can exhale. Inhale when you can. Inflating those lungs, elbows bend, softening the shoulders, long neckline. Inhale, opening and lifting. Good. And then come back to center, arms extend for soft. Rotation, inhale. And exhale, fold and lengthen. Let's stay for an extra breath here. Feeling that reach through those fingertips away from each other, both sitting bones plugged into the floor. Inhale, stack it up again. And exhale, unwind. Other side, inhale, wringing it out, hugging your organs. Exhale and fold, reach. Reaching. Feeling that opening at the top shoulder. Inhale, pull yourself back up to sit tall. And exhale, unwind. Again, hug. And exhale, fold and reach. Breathing and lengthening. See if you can flex those feet. Feel that stretch to the calves. Inhale, gather it back up. And exhale, unwind. Woo. And again, wring it out. And exhale, fold and deepen into that stretch as you breathe. Good. And inhale, gather it back up. And exhale, unwind. Good. So we're going to just come back down onto your elbows here. And again, hugging is the theme if you haven't gathered by now. We're pressing our chest open. We're going to, again, feel that squishing and that twisting and that massaging of our center with some little twist here. So keeping the chest nice and open, pushing out of those elbows and just tipping the knees over to one side, wringing it out. And then use your abdominals. Imagine a hook on your top hip pulls you back. So you feel that initiation from your waistline. Other side, tip it over, keeping those knees stacked, massaging your hips as you go. And again, as you exhale, follow and pull from your middle to bring yourself over. Again, reaching over. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, keeping those collarbones wide and smiling. And again, other side, reach. And exhale, gather. We'll do it one more time each side for a little challenge if you want. Stretch the legs straight and see if you can tick-tock over without losing your balance. Keep both elbows on the floor. And exhale, whoo, gather it back up. That's it. Little challenge, other side, tick-tock over. And again, exhale, gather from your waistline. Good, bend the knees. Bring yourself back up to sitting. Open the knees apart and take your butterfly stretch forward. Breathing into the low back. Letting those inner thighs stretch. And deep into the hips. Good, well done. Let's roll ourselves up and flip over onto your belly for some extension work. We'll begin with our hands near our shoulders here. Legs can be slightly apart behind you. Feeling that reach from head to tail on the mat. Here we go into our little baby swan. Pushing that imaginary marble with your nose and watching it roll along the floor out in front of you. Feel that length of your neckline. So again, you're feeling the strength underneath the armpits. You can either go just a little bit or perhaps press into the hands and extend a little higher. Feeling that stretch to those abdominals we've been working. Gently bring your chin towards your chest. And then rolling ear to shoulder. Feeling that length to the side of the neck. Chin to chest, around to the other side, ear to shoulder. Good, chin to chest. Back up the midline, looking forward. Inhale and exhale, slowly uncurling, rolling back down to find that length. Again, on the mat. And one more time like this, lengthening out, energy out to the top of the head. Feel like water's just pouring down your back, away from your shoulders, opening your heart, stretching and lifting through the front of the body. Chin to chest. Other side first, ear to shoulder. And semicircle down, chin to chest. To the other side, ear to shoulder. And chin to chest. Find that center line again. Inhale, long, lovely neckline. Exhale, slowly lowering back down. Good. So bring your right hand on the mat in front of yourself. You can rest your forehead there. You're going to take your left hand to the left ankle and see if you can just gently give yourself that quad stretch here. Bring the heel towards your seat. If you can, press into the foot with the hand and perhaps lift that thigh off the floor, keeping the pelvis still attached to the mat. Deepening that quadriceps stretch. Good. And then carefully bring it back down and release. We'll switch out to the other side. So forehead toward the hand. See if you can collect that foot behind you, or maybe it's just your pant legs. That's okay. And again, bring the heel toward your tush. And if you can, press that foot into the hand and lift that thigh up off the floor to engage a deeper stretch. Good, and carefully bringing it back down and lowering down. Now, both hands are going to be making a pillow for your forehead, keeping your hips where they are connected. So feel that you are still feeling the hip bones gently pressed into the floor. We're going to see if we can keep this shape with the forehead and the hands. Abs zipped up, lift. We're going to float the elbows out to the side and reach, extending the spine, forehead still with the hands, and lower it back down. And again, zip up those abdominals and float the head and shoulders up. Even if it's just an inch, that's okay. Lower down. 2 more times, keeping those shoulders away from the ears. So check to make sure that the space is long. Float down. 1 more time, float and lift. Now, if you can, stay here with the spine and press through the arms, open the chest, swim, bring your hands all the way toward your hips like you're super women or men flying. That's it. And lower yourself back down. Bring your hands toward your shoulders, push up into your hands and knees position. And from here, we'll move into our cat backs. So finding that lovely coffee table position, contract and pull, lift, curve, let the head hang, feel that scoop of the belly, reach long back into those long curves of the spine, and happy cow, slide the shoulders back, open the chest, peekaboo toward the wall in front of you again. And again, curl it under, high cat back, lift and dome it up, breathe across the upper back, across the shoulder blades, bring it back into your coffee table position. Now keep the lift through the low belly, so this isn't going to change, but just shining your heart light forward, peeling the shoulders away from the ears and peeking forward. So just moving through that thoracic curve. Come back to your long coffee table position. Keep the balance. See if you can airplane one arm directly out to the side, keeping that coffee table balanced. And then still the coffee table and spiral and reach up, looking up toward that top arm. And once again, hollow the belly and thread the needle. Make that cat back so you can thread through into our thread the needle stretch. Gently resting the head toward the floor if you can. Breathe across the upper back and the shoulders. Good. And then again, lifting the abdominals, press into the hand that supports you. Bring yourself back into that tripod, airplane. And then bring yourself back to coffee table position. Other side, seamless transition. So you can keep the support and the stability through the shoulders as you take one arm out. And then tip it over, spiral and lift up, 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 up. And hollow the belly, thread through. Make that beautiful arc and enjoy that stretch. Breathe across the back. Good. And again, press, find that same lift of the sternum, back to your airplane, back to your coffee table. Take one more kitty cat back, round it up, and then shift to sit back towards your heels and rest into your child's pose position. You can either reach the hands as far forward as you can, maybe give a little bend to the elbows to stretch underneath the armpits. Or if that's too much for you, you can bring your hands alongside your body and just breathe in this restorative pose. Good. And then from here, just curling through the low spine, roll yourself back up, and we'll move into our side leg position. So finding your banana shape. Either long, resting on your arm, or you can prop yourself up. This top arm can be your kickstand, or you can try to wean yourself off of it and see if you can really work your balance and control. We're going to begin today with our hot potato exercise. So our legs are in our banana, hips and shoulders stacked, long through the waistline. Top leg lifts up, and we give a gentle double tap in the front and a double tap to the back. So we're just playing hot potato in the front and to the back. And touch and touch and touch and touch. Feeling that length through the spine. And touch and touch, touch and touch. We're going to add a lift. Float it up in parallel and back. Tap and lift. And tap, tap, reach long. And tap, tap and reach. And tap, tap, warming up this outer hip. And tap, tap and lift. 2 more times. And tap, tap and lift. And tap, tap and lift. And lower back down. Very, very good. Take both legs. You could maybe use this hand if you need to. Lift both legs. Flex both feet. Turn both legs out. And then the bottom foot's just going to rest on the ball of the foot like a little support, little kickstand there. Point the top foot and then crisscross the front leg over the bottom leg. So we're really zipped up, feeling that center line with legs rotated. All right. Keeping the waistline as long as you can. See if you can bend that top leg, opening it into a little ballet passe position, and then slide it back down, closing the legs tightly together. Again, passe, fold, keeping this length through the waistline. So try not to let it all go. And again, squeeze the space out. Reach, feeling that wrap. Again, bending, sliding up. And reaching all the way down. And again, folding in the hip, feeling that opening. And reaching back down. Now then, bend the knee again. Keeping this position, extend the legs straight. And then squeeze it closed across. Again, bend. Extend, reach, reach, reach. And squeeze together. 2 more like this. Bend. And reach, feeling that rotation. And press through the space. 1 more time. Bend. And extend. And press. Whew, very good. Bend both knees. Good. And just a little bit more rotation work here. We're going to do our clamshells. So we're going to keep the feet together, open that leg again, and close it down. And open, keeping that pelvis placed, and close it down. And rotate, and lower, and rotate, and lower. Either continue like this or make it more challenging, lift the feet. And a larger range, open, and close, and open. And yes, we will be rotating or stretching our rotators in a little bit. Open and close. Last time, open and close. Feet can rest on the floor, hands stack. Slide this top arm forward and then opening the chest and shoulders, spiraling away from those hips, resting, relaxing the shoulders, breathing there. Good. Reach and gather, close the book. And before we go to the other side, roll onto your back. Take that leg that was your top leg and find our pretzel stretch. So we're going to cross that ankle over the knee and then gather that bottom leg. You can either take it underneath or on top and give yourself that well-deserved stretch after all that good work. Tailbone reaching to the floor. Woo, send those exhales where those muscles are talking to you. Take a little rock side to side. Good. And then we'll unwind out of this and move over to the other side. Rock yourself up. And we'll find our same position here. So we started with our hot potato. So check your alignment. Make sure hips and shoulders are stacked. That waistline feels nice and long. Parallel leg floats up and a little double tap. Front and a double tap back. Happy light little leg imagining that it's nice and light, right? Fighting gravity always. Tap, tap, bend, tap, 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 bend, tap. Let's add that lift. We go. Tap, tap, float, reach. Long waistline. Tap, tap, and extend. And tap, tap, laser beam light, reaching out. Tap, tap, and lift. Keep going. Tap, tap, and breathe. Tap, 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 lift. And tap, tap, lift. Very good. And bring it back down. All right. So still in our banana position. We're going to lift both legs up. Flex both feet. Feel both legs spiral rotate to our little first position. And then rest that bottom foot. But keep that energized leg. Reach to the knee. Point your top leg, the foot, and cross it. So we're in our little fifth position here. Here we go. Just finding those passes to start without changing the waistline. So lots of oblique work. We pull the leg up and we squeeze. Reaching together. Again, pull. Opening that thigh, feeling those rotators, and press. Sending it down. Again, bend, up, up, and reach. All the way closed. Again, bend, organizing those joints, and reach. Now we do the développé. We bend into the passe position, keeping that extension, reach. Exhale, lengthen all the way down. Woo. And again, bend. Keep from shortening here. Lengthen out and press inner thighs together. 2 more times. Bend. Good job. Keep breathing. Check in with the top shoulder. Lengthen. And press. Quiver, quiver, quiver. 1 more time. Bend. And feeling that spiral. Extend. And reach all the way down. Well done. Bend those knees. Take a little breather for yourself here. Still stacked, pelvis in place. We do 4 little baby clams, opening and closing. Again, reintroducing that rotation work to the back of the hip and spiral open and close. Abdominals are still part of this. Open and close. Continue like that, or 4 giant clams. Open and close and open and close. Push those molecules out of the way and close. 1 more time. Open and close. Well done. Rest the legs. Stack the hands. Let your head rest on the floor. Top arm slides further forward and then spiral open. Enjoy that stretch across the chest. Breathe into the hips. Good. And again, reach, gather, rolling back to close. And then we'll do our pretzel stretch on the other side. Roll yourself back onto your back. Cross over that action leg. And then again, thread through, clasping either under or on top of the shin. And deep breaths here. Let your sternum soften as you guide the thighs in towards your chest. Actively reach that tailbone long down toward the floor as you guide the thighs in. Again, perhaps adding a little shift side to side, investigating other areas of stretch. Good. And then again, release and give yourself that well-deserved hug. Both knees in. Very, very good. We're going to bring our legs back down to the floor. Knees are together. Walk your feet further away so we have a little bit larger angle of the bend of the knees. And we're going to practice our roll up into our half teasers and full teasers today. So hands can be down beside you. Put your feet in the wet cement and your knees are glued together as well. We inhale. You can shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, de-shrug. Reach your fingertips toward your heels. Nod your chin to chest and find that roll up. Coming all the way up to sit. If you can, lift your arms and reach up. Come back forward again and contract. Curl yourself back down, letting those shoulders just glide away from the ears, rolling yourself back down. If you need to, you can hold on to your legs with your hands as we do that. Try that once again. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, reach through the fingertips. Feel that strength under the armpits, finding our chest fold. And then again, continue all the way to sit tall. Lift your heart, lift your spirits, lift the hands. Come forward again. Slide the shoulders down and roll yourself right on out. Back to where you started. All right, now you can always continue like that or continue with some more challenge. If you can, legs are together, extend one knee. The thighs are still in the same plane. We'll do it 2 times here. Inhale as we did before. Exhale, reach those fingertips. Find that chest fold. Scoop and reach. Thighs are still together. Lift, inhale. And coming forward toward that leg, contract and roll it back. Thighs are still in the same plane. Other foot still in that wet cement. Let's try that again. Inhale and exhale. Come right up that midline. Roll it up and lift. Inhale. Come back through, contract and roll it out. A lot of challenge there. Let's extend other side. Switch it out. Thighs still together. Long reach to that left leg. Inhale and exhale. Fingertips reach. Fold across that midline, across that waistline. Inhale, reach up. And again, contract and roll it out. Shoulders melting. Rolling through that low back and unfurling into your easy curves. Again, inhale and exhale. Roll it up. Really working. Inhale, lift and forward. Exhale, contract. Rolling it out. Now then, you can either do it with the knees bent or for more challenge, extend both legs. And we're going to try to come up into our full teaser. Yeah, just 2 times. Inhale and exhale. Reach to the fingertips. You need to hold on to your legs, otherwise float the legs up. Find that balance at the top. Inhale, exhale, contract, roll to the low back. You can bend your knees if you need to. And unfurl back down onto the mat one more time. Inhale and exhale. Fold. Bend the knees if you need to. Lift. Find that teaser. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees if you need to. Contract. Roll to that low back. Reaching and unfurling. Well done. Roll yourself to your side and bring yourself up into mermaid. So knees are stacked. If this position doesn't work for you, you can open up into a more open position. Okay. If you can, nice and compact, hold on to that outer ankle. Sitting on one hip, reach the other arm up. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, pour yourself over toward your feet. Feel that length through the waistline, that stretch all the way through the rib cage. Hand behind the head, inhale, spiral, look up. And exhale, hollow the belly and contract on that diagonal, elbow toward your knee. Breathe into that low back. Good, come back to our sideways position and unfurl that arm, go deeper, 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 and coming up. If you can, hands behind you, switcheroo to the other side. Same thing here, sitting on one hip, legs compact or in that open fourth position. Let's reach the other arm up. Inhale, lift, and side bend, compressing, hugging one side of your rib cage, opening and expanding the other side. Hand behind the head, look upward, inhale, and exhale, fold, and a deep squeeze here. Good, coming back to our sideways position. And lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And bring yourself back up. Let's come into our hands and knees position here. And again, and we're going to extend through one foot at a time, pressing the ball of the foot behind you And then reaching, shifting, squeezing that heel toward the floor, lengthening the back leg long so you feel that lovely, lovely calf stretch. Good. Then bring yourself more over on top of your hands and see if you can float that leg up out behind you, keeping your hips facing the floor. Curl your nose to your knee and see if you can step that foot through your hands. You may have to adjust and move out of the way. And then let's press the pelvis forward into that low lunge. So you can align yourself so that your knee is directly over that heel. And then open your chest. So we're working that better posture. Deep, deep breaths into that back hip. You can either stay here or perhaps zip up those abdominals, find your balance, hands to your thigh. Good, and let's take a big circle today. Reach both arms forward and circle the arms down. Open your chest, look up, all the way back down to the floor. And deep breath or two here again, deepening into that psoas, hip flexor stretch. Then send your hips back and flex that front foot and stretch out the calf and hamstrings of that front leg. Good, and then we'll organize ourselves to the other side. The other leg comes back into that calf stretch. Press the ball of the foot back. Deep breath. Nice stretch for the whole sole of the foot. And then once again, come back over your shoulders over hands. So you can be a three-legged dog, pointing that leg long behind you. And then cat back curl, nose to knees, high lift of the abs. And then see if you can step that foot through. Maybe inchworm it forward a little bit. And then hinge into your low lunge. That's it. Lengthening through that back leg. Sliding the shoulders away from the ears, opening your chest. Deep breaths, whooshing down through the front of that hip. Either stay here or collect your balance. Find your hands on your thigh. Shoulders soft. And if you're able, let's try the big circle. Reach the arms forward. Stretch down. Exhale. Inhale. Open your heart. And bring the hands all the way back to the floor. Yes. And then again, press the pelvis backward. Flex that front foot. Stretching out that leg. Good. And unwind out of that. Now from here, you can either stand all the way up on your feet or come up into a kneeling position here. Good. So wherever you are, pelvis is vertical, feeling long through the waistline. Let's reach the arms out to the side and reach down toward the floor. One arm down, one arm up. Looking down toward the bottom hand, feeling that length through the side body. Look up toward the top arm and look down to the bottom arm. And again, look up toward the top arm and look down. Inhale, exhale, scoop and gather, bringing both arms up and unwinding other way, pouring yourself down, looking down at that bottom hand, hip bones still forward. Swing the head up, look up toward the top arm and look down toward the bottom arm. And again, look up and look down. Good, inhale, exhale, sweep it up, both arms up, inhale, and exhale, open. And wherever you are, give yourself a big hug. And happy Mother's Day. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Thank you very much.